Hey guys, so Matt and I are over somewhere where we're going to be picking up something that's really, really exciting, really, really special, and something that is going to be the next level, literally, of content that I am going to be producing for this channel. So let's just get right into what exactly we've got.
We'll do compression tests as soon as we get home.
And he did. He had.
I know I bought it not too long ago, but I haven't touched it either because it hasn't been a need for it. Welcome YouTube to how to drop an engine you're about to buy right on your buddy's driveway. And still pay for it because you dropped it.
So guys, this motor, go ahead and guess what it is. Some of you may know just from how it looks. I wouldn't be able to guess just from how it looks. I know what it is because Matt's told me what he's getting and what it is, and I'll tell you guys later, but just for now, kind of air of mystery. And you can see, obviously, 4-cylinder, it's got a manual. This is really cool.
It's not out of no Saturn SL1. It's not a GM SL1 swap we're doing here.
Lifting it up so we can get it into the Tacoma. It's pretty sweet looking.
Slide it in.
Keep sliding.
It was like meant to be, I think. Oh, definitely. Let's just leave it in here and then I'll attach a drive shaft to it. And I'll have an all-wheel drive Tacoma. Dude, that would be sweet. I'll have to reach through the window to shift, but...
No, you'll just have me sit in the back. I'll shift the rear, you'll shift the front.
See, this thing only squatted like 3 inches. This thing's not that heavy.
What motor is this one?
200? Okay.
Huh?
What motor is this one?
This is just a 20 valve, silver top 20 valve.
4AGE.
4AGE. Got a friend back home who would not stop talking about these motors.
They're nothing special besides nostalgic, dude. They're just cool Japanese stuff. But
Yeah.
as far as horsepower, the silver top comes with about 130 crank. The black top comes with about 150 crank. And I'll probably be right around there with the 140 because I went with the metal head gasket that should bump my compression up, so it'll give me a little more power.
Cool.
And then I'll be tuning in for ITVs. So
But there's a huge aftermarket.
there's a lot of aftermarket stuff. But dude, just a rebuild on this cost me $900. That motor cost me $1,000. You know what I mean? Like just to rebuild to make this rear wheel drive. You probably get these throttle bodies for about $300 on eBay. I think the manifold's like $280. Looking at getting an AM on this one. I'm running like an old school Power FC, Apex Power FC, and no one wants to tune them. No one tunes them anymore. Everybody tunes AM.
Just
So-
it's easier, it's across the board. That's interesting. That's good to know.
But it's like $1,500-$1,600 for an ECU. So I'm like, So it's a silver top engine, but it's blacktop ITVs, blacktop ECU. It's converted to COPs because usually it's not. Usually it's got a distributor. The distributor would be back here. Since this engine came front wheel drive,
Yeah.
you have to convert it to rear wheel drive. So
Right.
the coolant, the distributor,
So this is a
everything.
newer 4AGE out of what?
This is out of the AE 111 or the AE 101.
Okay.
The
Interesting.
101 is the silver top. The 111 is the black top. So it's basically a Corolla in Japan. So the 11 and the Corolla and the 11 basically.
Right. Yeah.
So it would be mounted
Transfer.
this way. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Or actually this way. So you would have the manifold up front. Right? I think so.
The exhaust manifold? Or?
Yeah. But this is kind of weird because it actually fires every single cylinder at one time. So when it hits one cylinder, they all fire. But the way the engine and the valve train is, it's 5 valves per cylinder, so it's a 20 valve, obviously for the name. But it's okay. It doesn't do any damage. It doesn't mess up the balance of it or anything. They fire at the same time. It's fine.
Crazy.
Yeah. So because of that, I can run the COPs on the stock blacktop ECU, and it won't do anything. The worst thing that it does is it'll burn up these faster because they're firing more often.
Right.
So eventually they'll wear out faster. But other than that, it'll run just fine.
They're still.
I wish I would have done that and dealt more with that than this. But
Hey, you'll know when I'm coming down the road.
yeah.
And you hear
Yeah.
it, and then you'll be like, okay.
And honestly, I only did this because of the nostalgic of it. The fact that in Japan everybody was doing this 20 valve swap.
It's true.
You know,
It's
it's
cool.
cool. It's a
It
cool
is.
engine. But
Especially
for the
because
money,
there is an aftermarket following
Yeah.
like that. You know, it's unique.
All right. Well, thanks for talking about it.
Yeah, dude, no problem.
Appreciate it.
Nice
It's
to meet you.
awesome. See that little thing right there? There's hint number one, if you didn't already figure out that this was a Yoda. Keep guessing. There you go. I think it would actually be super, super cool if there were multiple comments from everyone with a progression of everything that they thought of. What you thought it was at first, and then kind of keep going through. And then I'd love to hear what your final reaction is to what it actually is once that is revealed. If you guys can't guess what motor it is just from this, if you know, you know at this point. Anyway, that's the compression number that this engine is supposed to have. We're going to be checking that tonight.
Another hint, it's a 2-liter.
Alrighty, let's pull this thing out.
Steel-toe boots. Right?
That I'm not wearing. That's beautiful.
So this is the part you take and you disconnect that, and then you put a transfer case. No, just kidding. You can't. Just kidding. That was a joke.
We're not building a four-wheeler powered by this thing.
But I wish.
Lowering it down onto our cart. Alrighty, she's in. She's home. She's ready to rip. Just kidding. She's not quite ready to rip just yet. It's time for me to formally announce what motor this is. Obviously, it's Matt's. It's not mine. Nonetheless, I'm still super stoked, and I'm super happy and thankful that he has invited me to work on this project with him. We're not going to talk about what car it's going in this video. That's going to be a secret that you guys will get to learn more about in the future. But we are going to talk about the motor itself. This is going to be sick. As you can see, it's got the billet oil filler cap, most important part on the engine. Voila. This, guys, is a Beams 3SGE. This is the one out of the Altezza, so this is the newest, best, the biggest and baddest of all. We're going to swap it into something. Matt's going to swap it into something. I'm going to help.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a Wii. Whether you like it or not, it's a Wii.
It obviously hasn't been in a car in a while, but it's an imported motor out of an Altezza from Japan. JDM, hence the JDM oil filter. I was posting on my Instagram about that.
And it's not just an engine. How many can you count? Let's see. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse.
That's so cool, guys. I don't know a whole ton about these motors. I know that a lot of people like to use them for high performance stuff. They've got a forged crank, 2 liters. That's pretty much the extent of my understanding.
Figures of about 200 horsepower. That's probably at the crank. We'll divulge more on that. I've got, I think I'm going to start a video on Sunbeam Pictures that'll talk a little bit more about the specifics of this motor, why I chose it, and what you guys will learn to love about it. And this is somebody's jumper wire that they made so that we can do a compression test on this. If you guys like hang gliding, if you guys like off-roading, I don't know how much of this build I'll be doing. Dart B might have the monopoly on the good footage, so.
This should be really, really fun, and I hope you guys are as excited about it as I am. Never in a million years would I have expected that I would be anywhere near having someone trust me enough to ask me to work on helping them with an engine swap. So, this is amazing. Pulled the battery out of the car that this engine is going to go into, and so we're going to use that to power it for the compression test. Wow, I don't know why it took me so long to get that out of my mouth. We can see into the belly of the beast. Still can't see, but Matt's got a bore scope. Fun fact, we got HKS spark plugs out of this thing. It does not get more JDM than that.
So we're 180 degrees off.
So
and that should be top dead center. Yep. For number 1 cylinder. There's the timing marks.
So everything's good?
Yep, it's in line. So I will take it to 180 degrees, half 90 degrees, and that should bring all the cylinders flat. Then I can look at the bore scope. We can look in there now and see if the rust has gone away from the cylinder wall. We're in the hole.
160, just below, maybe 158. First puff was to 75 or 80.
And is that good or bad?
It's fine. It's not what's claimed on the front of the motor. But we have to factor in things like temperature, things like elevation. These rings are cold. There's rust on the cylinder walls. This engine's been sitting for maybe a couple of years, maybe even longer before that. I don't know if that's a 20 psi difference though. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe there's some experts out there that can tell me more about why they would have written 180 there, but I'm seeing 160 on my gauge. And no, I don't have another gauge to compare and make sure that this is a good gauge. But this is a pretty good gauge, and I think it works. I've used it in the past. We'll just stick with that. 160 psi isn't bad.
So that was the compression on cylinder 4. I think that was not the lowest. The lowest might have been cylinder 1.
Yep.
They were all above 150, so.
Alright, let's see if the drive shaft turns. Ooh, it goes.